Good gracious me, Cherie Hanson here. It's been since May 4th since I posted. I was feeling very, very tired uh, in a place where I felt like everything that I was trying to do was too much. And then it happened, pancreatitis. I had an excellent experience from the ambulance ride all the way through um, the 8 days I was in hospital and since I have returned home. What I have experienced is how much love there is in the universe, how much competence there is in individuals who choose, like knights of the round table, to gear up and go into the healthcare system with a pure heart and intention to bring love and health and help cure people. And it was the darndest thing to see how different individuals could hold a space for optimism and for a clear intention and not let the journey into the jungle diminish them, make them weak, make them into victims. And it was just amazing for me to witness it. I am going to talk about my manifesting. I was in a situation where the doctor informed me I was experiencing the most pain I would ever, as a human body, experience in my existence. He said that to me not once, but twice, because he wanted to make sure that I understood that. And the interesting thing was, I was scheduled for various tests. The first was a CAT scan. Now, the hospital has many, many people coming in. It's understaffed, overwhelmed. There is so much that these people are having to contend with. I can always only think of it like, you're trying to have a sword fight with a mass of snakes or something. How do they do it? I don't know. But I was aware right away that this is another opportunity for me to grow and learn. Everything is about growing. So what I did was I sat intention for the CAT scan to happen. And I got it almost immediately. Next came the camera down my throat. I was told that that was going to happen, but they weren't sure when. And maybe I would have to come back to the hospital for that. And I sat silence and I sat with that thought. And then I said to the nurse, no, I'll have that camera, that procedure will happen. And it did. Almost immediately the next day. Then the third instance was the MRI. The doctor had set up an MRI for me, but the nurses informed me that there was a 2-week backlog. Well, I was being asked to believe in myself, believe in the universe, believe in the fact that I am protected and loved. And I said to the various nurses that were trying to reassure me it would happen sometime. And I said, no, it will happen tomorrow. And then they got the call that I would have it the next day at noon. Earlier in the day, they got a second call. And that call was that the MRI had been moved up. that somebody had canceled and I was going to get in sooner. And I had 3 nurses standing by my bed going, how does that happen? And I just said very calmly, I manifested it. So the thing that I know happens next is not to tell myself stories about what happened. It isn't up to me to make up a narrative about why it happened, how it happened, did I make a mistake, am I a victim, should I be super careful. My only job is to stay grounded, to keep thanking my body for being so beautifully powerful, and to move forward with optimism that everything that happens to me in this life is meant to grow me. And the aim the target I'm shooting for is to be a grown-ass adult and take responsibility for the reality I am living in. So just wanted to share that with you. This is short and sweet. I'm coming back. I'm being very gentle. I'm not pushing myself. Who knows? Who knows anything? The only thing I know for sure is I was surrounded by love. I was surrounded by competence. I was surrounded by people that just inspired the shit out of me. I was so pleased with how well I was taken care of. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't, subscribe now. If you want to share my videos to someone else who needs some steadying, who needs a banister on the crooked stairs of life, go ahead and do that. Get a hold of me for a psychic reading, for coaching, and I say to you, as I always do, I appreciate you.